Hello, my name is Carol Hames, and I teach 7th grade science at Vivian Field Middle School. I've been asked to make a short video to share some of my experiences with technology in the classroom. I would have liked to have been there, but I'm actually at a class this week at UT Dallas. The beautiful thing about videos is that it allows you to be at more than one place at once. And with the classroom, videos allow you to be at each student's home. It allows you to be on each student's device. It allows you to be on all the parents' devices as well. So you can be lots of places all at one time. I've been asked to answer a few questions. First one is, what has your integration of technology in the classroom produced for student achievement that is either measurable or observable? And I want to mention a few things. The first and probably largest observable outcome is increased student engagement. This is students playing Kahoot. We usually use it for reviews before our unit tests, and the students use their own devices or classroom devices to participate in a game show, game-like activity that keeps score based on correct answers and how quickly you get those answers. So it's just a really neat program. So lots of increased student engagement. Also, increased student creativity. This is my classroom Instagram, but the picture was one that a student took at home. They went home and took pictures outside and said they were outside looking for grassland biomes, and then they used the hashtag 7Sci and then told me about it the next day at school. And so technology has really given the students more avenues for their creative side. So I've noticed an increase in student creativity. Also, there's an increased in differentiation in the classroom. You'll quickly see this is a class in a computer lab that these kids are all at different on different screens. They're working on different things at their own pace. The student on the front on the left is working on a vocabulary video that we keep on our YouTube channel, and that allows students to work at their own pace. If they are quick writers, quick learners, they can just quickly write down the vocabulary and have it. If it takes them longer to write, then they can pause the video and take as long as they need to. So it is a great way to differentiate in the classroom. Also, I've noticed an increase in student inquiry or inquisition or curiosity. The more we look up, the more we find out, the more learning we do, the more the students want to know. And I believe technology has a lot to do with that as well. Next question. What's your advice to teachers just dipping their toes into the technology waters? My advice. Well, the first piece of advice I would say, let's see, I don't really like that, would be to start small. I have been to many in-services where I was just overwhelmed with all the information and had all these grand ideas and then ended up doing nothing. So I've decided that when I go to training that I will come away with 1 or 2 things that I would like to implement. Some of the ones that are going to be the easiest to implement would be getting a remind for your classroom and using it weekly or every other week. The second piece of advice, and this is kind of our motto, remember that it's okay to make mistakes. Our motto is, do you want it perfect? Or do you want it today? We go with getting things ready today. You could redo videos multiple times to make them perfect, but then you would never get done the things you need to get done. So realize that it's okay that things are not always perfect. Just dive in and do the best that you can. So start small, choose one or two things that you want to create or implement, and then recognize that it does not have to be perfect. All right, next question. How has technology integration changed and improved your own practice? There would be a couple of different things that I would mention here. The first one I've really already talked about, and that's just differentiation. And technology makes it really easy to do that because kids can work at their own pace, and it allows them to take the time that they need in order to learn the material or understand the concept. And the second thing is probably just coming to the understanding that I should not be the keeper of all the information, but that I should be teaching the students how to locate the information themselves, so that then the world is really opened up to them, and technology really helps with that. Next question. You teach middle school and your student rosters are high in number. How has technology integration helped you reach parents? Well, one thing I've used this past year especially is CFB's Blackboard Connect system. And that has greatly improved my communication with parents. I have kids coming in the next day and say, I did my homework, my mom got an email from you, so she made me do it, things like that. And parents have expressed that they are pleased to get a progress note in the email or a phone call letting them know that their student needs to be studying for their test. I have also used Remind. Remind is a very simple but excellent way to pull in parents as well as students. You can send encouragement, you can send facts, you can send reminders, lots of different things. And now Remind has this great chat feature so that you can have a protected chat feature so students can ask individual questions or parents can ask individual questions, and it is all under the supervision of the Remind program. One other thing I guess I'll also say as far as with parents, it doesn't have to do with Remind, but we have, like I said, we have our YouTube channel, and we have episodes on there, and I have had several parents tell me that they have actually sat down and watched these homework episodes with their children. And while on one hand that makes me cringe a little bit to think about the parents seeing our imperfect videos, it also makes me very happy because the parents are helping the child learn the information, engaging with the child, encouraging them in their learning. And so having our videos on YouTube have also increased parent engagement. All right, do you have any go-to apps or sites you use more than others? If so, why? I've already mentioned several. I think I have them here. Well, here's our YouTube channel. It's Field Sassy Science, and we put videos of different activities that we have, of vocabulary, of concepts that we are teaching the kids. Sometimes it'll just be a PowerPoint from COL that we discuss and read through and turn into video format. Sometimes it's us performing an experiment that we can't perform in the classroom, but yet we want to show all the students. Sometimes we've had things, I've done experiments at home on snow days and then put them up on the YouTube channel to share with the students. So lots of different things on our YouTube channel. I use Twitter. Not too many students use Twitter, but it is growing. I know with the district it's a big thing. So I have a classroom Twitter as well as a personal Twitter. Kahoot, I already mentioned. If you have not used Kahoot, you need to check it out. There are quizzes already out there that you can use, or you can create your own very, very easily. It's an excellent product, and it's free. Doceri is what I use to make this video, and when I am making videos on the iPad, Doceri is my go-to. It's incredibly easy, and I have found it very useful. Like I mentioned, I have Instagram, and I like to post things for the students. I might post funny things, but that are educational. We did this at the beginning of the year, and students had to go on their Instagrams in class and answer the question, what's wrong with this picture? It was during our safety issue, and the students had to respond. You might put things, I share student work, and on the Instagram, kids like to see their own work different times throughout the year. And you might also just share information, hand out tutorial passes, reminders for tests, lots of different things. Or you might just want to show your students how silly your teachers are being. That's just a brief snapshot of how I've used technology in my classroom. You can always email me if you have any questions, hamesc@cfb.edu. Good luck.